welcome back to another video. In this one you can actually see that it's a little more spread out. I'm going to be doing test hands of the Structure deck, the Sacred Beast deck that I recently did a deck profile on. I did modify a thing here and there in the deck, but nothing too major to change what it does. Like there's 2 Fallen Paradise in here, only 2 Chaos Core. And another thing, I was just testing this deck, and just out of nowhere, I open up with 3 Danger Chupacabras, 1 Awakening of the Sacred Beast, and 1 Dark Beckoning Beast. And that was terrible, but I could have played off of it, because Dark Beckoning Beast is pretty much a one card combo by itself. It's not a broken 1 card combo, but deck's in its place, extra deck. Alright, so just out of curiosity, would you rather have your deck on top or bottom? Because that's something that I've seen people do. And do you have it on the left or the right? Because left-handed people tend to have their deck on the left, and that's why I don't per se exactly like on how these are laid out, because different people have different preferences. That's kind of why I like the ones that they use at like tournaments and stuff, where they just have the zones. It's not necessarily labeled. But opening, Raviel, Lord of Phantasms, Fallen Paradise, Cerulean Skyfire, and 2 Opening of the Spirit Gates. The double Spirit Gates is going to brick us a little bit, but it's not going to stop us from playing. If anything, that's our playmaker in this one. Activate Opening of the Spirit Gates, search Dark Beckoning Beast, normal summon Dark Beckoning Beast. So zones don't matter unless your opponent's going first. I always test first, but I will do a test second hand. And I will... Now, also here you can go 2 different ways. You could either go Dark Summoning Beast or Chaos Summoning Beast. I like Dark Summoning Beast better. Now I'm going to go ahead and use Dark Beckoning Beast's effect. Gets an extra tribute summon. Bring out Dark Summoning Beast, or tribute summon, extra normal summon. Tribute Dark Summoning Beast to go ahead and special summon Hamon, Lord of Striking Thunder. Next, I'm going to go ahead and activate Fallen Paradise. Fallen Paradise allow draw 2. Cerulean Skyfire, and another Opening of the Spirit Gates. Nothing of use out of those 2 draws. So now we've seen all 3 Opening of the Spirit Gates, and that is not good. But we can go ahead and activate Cerulean Skyfire, and pretty much it for your turn here. I wouldn't use Dark Summoning Beast in your graveyard to add to your hand until you've seen Dimension Fusion Destruction. That way so you're actually ready for it instead of needing to bring out another Hamon later on. So I'm going to do 3 turns, so that's turn 1. Turn 2, following up, drawing Chaos Summoning Beast. I'm going to go ahead and use Opening of the Spirit Gates, getting rid of an Opening of the Spirit Gates. I'm going to summon Dark Summoning Beast back. Tribute Dark Summoning Beast. Let's go ahead and special summon Uriah, Lord of Searing Flames, defense position. Going to go ahead and draw 2 off of Fallen Paradise. Hamon and Danger Chupacabra. Going to go ahead and summon Chaos Summoning Beast. Tribute Chaos Summoning Beast, and go ahead and summon Raviel, Lord of Phantasms. Need to activate Danger Chupacabra. Shuffle. Typically I wouldn't do this, but I'm going to do, ends up being Danger Chupacabra, so discard. Its effect does not trigger, unfortunately. But I'm going to go ahead and activate another Opening of the Spirit Gates. And we're going to add Dimension Fusion Destruction to our hand. We're going to keep Hamon out on the field. We have one in our hand anyways. Next, I'm going to go ahead and use Dark Summoning Beast, banishing it, and I'm going to go ahead and add to my hand Raviel, Lord of Phantasms. Now go ahead and Dimension Fusion Destruction. We're going to fuse our Uriah on the field. Raviel and Hamon in our hand, they are banished. And go ahead and Armatile the Chaos Phantasm in the extra monster zone. If you don't trust your opponent going first, play him in the main monster zone. But in the extra monster zone, it's not taking up any space you may have for later monsters in general. So looking at our field, not only do we have an untouchable, every monster on the field is untouchable by card effect, can't be targeted or destroyed by card effects. We have a 10,000 attack Armatile on your turn, 0 attack, but you don't take any damage through it, thanks to Dimension Fusion Destruction. And you have a negate with Hamon. Well, Cerulean Skyfire, technically. And then Raviel, when the opponent normal summons, you create a token. 1,000, 1,000. So this is not a bad turn 2 board. Turn 2, obviously, if Ash Blossom, just stopping opening the Spirit Gates or Dark Beckoning Beast on the first turn is lethal for you. Unless your opponent can't pull off enough damage to kill you, they aren't gonna be able to play very much. And then I said I would do a turn 3, but considering this is a turn 2, it's pretty much 2-turn combo. 2-turn death. So, turn 3, Danger Chupacabra, going to use Fallen Paradise to draw 2. Going to set Awakening of the Sacred Beasts. Going to use Danger Chupacabra. Middle one, Cerulean Skyfire. Special Summon Chupacabra, defense position, and draw a card. Dark Beckoning Beast, normal summon that. Search. Let's do Dark Summoning Beast. Going to go ahead and play Dark Summoning Beast. Tribute Dark Summoning Beast. Special Summon Uriah. And with this is pretty much lethal. Because just 10,000 through any monster, plus you have 2 monsters to hit for 4k that's... And then if they do manage to survive that, you have Awakening of the Spirit Beast, or Sacred Beasts, and your opponent can't activate monster effects. On top of, you gain life points. And any monster they control is banished. So they would be heavy reliant on spell and trap cards. They would have to be heavy reliant on spell and trap cards. So going in for round 2. The rest of the extra deck I don't use too often. It's very situational, or if all 3 Armatiles get banished somehow. But yeah. And I really love this paper playmat. I wish it wasn't a paper playmat and like actual rubber one. What's your favorite of the new Sacred Beast support for each of the monsters? Each of the Sacred Beast monsters. So you have Hyper Blaze, we have the Shining Scraper, and we have Cerulean Skyfire. I also like the fact that they actually used spell and trap on the playmat and a monster, not just 3 monsters or 3 monsters basically. I don't know any others. If it's not a plain one, I don't know any other playmat that has spell or traps as actual pictures on the... Alright, so going in for round 2. 3, 4, 5. Not bad, but not good. we're going to start off by summoning Chaos Summoning Beast. Get rid of Chaos Summoning Beast, Raviel. We're going to banish Chaos Summoning Beast. We're going to search to our hand, right there, bottom card, Fallen Paradise. Sacred Beast and Armityle are now untouchable. When I say Sacred Beast, Armityle is included, unless it's a searching from the deck to the hand. Then Armityle is not included. But, like Fallen Paradise, it's all three Sacred Beasts and Armityle. So, next up, we are going to go ahead and use Fallen Paradise to draw 2. Got Dark Beckoning Beast for next turn. I'm going to set 1, activate Cerulean Skyfire, and end our turn. Now, if you're questioning why I'm activating Cerulean Skyfire when I don't have Hamon in my hand or field, it's for that effect that when, in this case, Raviel gets sent to the grave, I don't take any damage, because they could have an effect or enough attack to get through Raviel. So, I'm still prepping for that. Alright, following turn, draw. To set the card we drew, Awakening, I'm going to go ahead and activate Escape from a Dark Dimension, summon Chaos Summoning Beast, tribute Chaos Summoning Beast, special summon Uriah, defense position, summon Dark Beckoning Beast. We're going to go ahead and activate Dark Beckoning Beast, searching Opening of the Spirit Gates. Opening of the Spirit Gates, we're going to search... Let's add to our hand Dark Summoning Beast. Dark Beckoning Beast's effect, tribute, special, and then get rid of tribute, Dark Summoning Beast, and search, oh, special, my bad. Come on, Lord of Striking Thunder. I'm going to go ahead and use Opening of the Spirit Gates, getting rid of Fallen Paradise, bring back Dark Summoning Beast, tributing Dark Summoning Beast again, and we are going to search a second Hamon. Why I want a second Hamon? It's because of Cerulean Skyfire is not once per turn, which is absolutely crazy. I don't know why it's not once per turn, that's just asking for problems. I have 2 Cerulean Skyfire, it's not going to do me much, but... So, second turn field, got 3 Sacred Beasts out, pretty much ready for that Dimension Fusion Destruction. I didn't search it out earlier because I'd rather go with the negates rather than the fusion, because my opponent could get around that, could try and MST that. I would trigger Cerulean Skyfire, change 1 Hamon to defense, and negate the MST. Or Chaos or Cosmic Cyclone, or whatever. It's any spell trap, Twin Twisters, or... But one downside to what we were doing is Escape from the Dark Dimension does remain face up on the field. Alright, so come opponent's turn, say we do 1 negate, they have to attack on the Hamon now. Alright, come our turn, draw. There's our Dimension Fusion Destruction. Let's go ahead and use Fallen Paradise to draw 2. Let's go ahead and also use Opening of the Spirit Gates, getting rid of Escape from the Dark Dimension. Bring back Dark Summoning Beast, tribute Dark Summoning Beast, and special summon any of them. I'm going to go with Uriah. It doesn't matter the battle position, we're getting rid of 1 Uriah anyways. I still want to have 3 Uriah on the field though. Assuming we're going to activate that during your opponent's turn too. I'm going to go ahead and... Whoa. I hate that. It's another thing I don't like about paper playmats. Banish Dark Summoning Beast, so we're going to search our final Raviel to our hand. I've seen people run only 1 copies of each. For me, I would rather run 2, just in case Dimension Fusion Destruction banishes them. and it doesn't end up going through, or they find a way around Armatile, I don't have the Sacred Beasts to go into for backup. Other than the Heaven Crushing Fist, or whatever it was called. So now, we're going to trigger Dimension Fusion Destruction using Uriah, Raviel, and Haman. Banished, not Grave. It's something I always catch after I do it, so forgive me for that. Don't worry about that. Armatile, the Chaos Phantasm. Now in this kind of field it doesn't matter because you have Awakening the Spirit Beasts. They can't really do much. So it's playing the extra monster zone. I'm not going to bother using Danger Chupacabra, it's going to be a waste. Uriah has 1000 attack. Phantasm and Haman, or Raviel and Haman, both have 4k, Armatile with 10k, ready to attack. Full frontal. Once again, not a hard board to set up. It's searching or getting the Dimension Fusion Destruction that's the biggest problem. But for the most part, it's the same field as the last round. There's other stuff you can do, but running a pure Sacred Beast, I've seen people run, can always do Raviel's effect during my opponent's turn too, but I've seen my opponent run 2 of the Heaven Crushing Fist, or Shining Scrape, or whatever you want to call it. And it was like, okay, but they're only running 1 Raviel. And I didn't really understand that one. But for the final test, it's going to be a go second, or I'll do 2 more that's going second. Going second with this deck can be lethal, but also at the same time, it's a little slower. It may be an OTK deck, but it's not a go second OTK deck. Dark Summoning Beast, well, at least the way I play it, Dark Summoning Beast can really mess up the plays. And you would rather have Cerulean Skyfire and Haman on the field ready to go during your opponent's turn. So, for the final, Raviel, ouch, double hyper plays, Haman, and Escape from the Dark Dimension. This is one of actually the worst hands I've seen. There's nothing you can play. This drawing into Chaos Core, that summon Chaos Core in attack position, set 3, and be done. That's not a good hand. Assuming my opponent's going to attack into Chaos Core, because they don't know what they're doing, or they still want to get damage through and think damage is going to go through, I'm going to get rid of a Raviel, a Uriah, and a Haman. Risky move, I'm aware, but now it's got 3 counters. If you don't take any damage, and you remove a counter if it were to be destroyed. So assuming that's still alive, come our turn, draw, Chaos Core to defense position, go and activate Danger Chupacabra, go to the middle one, Haman. It's not what I wanted to do, but to get that draw off, Opening of the Spirit Gates, there we go. Let's start getting our plays in. Dark Beckoning Beast, Dark Beckoning Beast. I'm actually going to search Alright, so this isn't per se the best hand, but I'm going to search Raviel, Lord of Phantasms, Shimmering Scraper, not Shining Scraper, my bad. I'm still getting used to the names other than Raviel and all that, because those have been around for a while. I could always summon or bring out Dark Summoning Beast and go for Uriah, because I do have the 3. Well, I would actually have to, no, that would work. That would work almost perfectly. Now, in this case, I could go ahead and special summon Raviel. I could have searched out Chaos, summon that, and tribute that to special summon Raviel, which would not have been a good move. Or I could have done Dark Summoning Beast. Ooh. Actually, I never thought of this. I will do Dark Summoning Beast. And then I'll go ahead and summon it using the effect of Dark Beckoning Beast. Chupacabra goes away. And now I will use all 3 of these to tribute for Raviel special. Go ahead and banish Dark Summoning Beast. And we're going to search Uriah to our hand. I have not summoned Uriah the traditional way, or Raviel, testing this deck. I think I have Haman once, though. So, we're going to go ahead and trigger all 3 of these. It don't matter, you can only trigger Hyper, or even if you only trigger Hyper Blaze. Get rid of all 3 of them for Uriah. With 3k. Raviel with 4k. And actually, before I do that, so Uriah's, when I activate Escape for the Dark Dimension, summon Dark Summoning Beast. Get rid of that for Haman. Okay, I can't do Haman. Do I even have any valid targets? I don't. Okay, so Dark Summoning Beast would still be on the field. Alright, that wouldn't matter. That wouldn't matter. Because even if you summoned it back, as soon as Dark Dimension leaves the field, it would have been banished. I completely spaced on that one, I didn't even think of that, but now that I've looked at my current case, that didn't work. See, you learn something new, often. But with that, now you can go in for good hitting. If you want, like I said, if you wanted to go earlier for Raviel and then Shimmering Scraper, that would have been perfectly fine. And then full frontal with Raviel on everything they got. I like this new Sacred Beast support. It allows a lot of new potential, and I can see this deck becoming meta. But there are downsides like this opening hand. If it weren't for Chaos Core, we would probably be dead on the first turn. So, from this point, you can attack with both. You can Xyz summon into Gustav, into Dora. Doesn't matter. But for our second turn, because this was still our first turn, Dimension Fusion Destruction, you're banished. Not much we can do with that. We can discard it for opening the Spirit Gates, but that wouldn't do much good. There's Dark Beckoning Beast. We have nothing we can normal summon. On Chaos Core, wouldn't do anything right now. It's once you see all 3 or all 6 of the Sacred Beasts, Core is pretty much useless. But I have actually been able to use Core paired with Dimension Fusion Destruction, like you're gonna see right now. Remember when Core was attacked earlier? Sent all 3 of these. Let's go ahead and banish all 3 of them. That's the whole point in me sending those. And then we're going to summon out our Armityle. Now, once again, we don't have hardly anything to do. So, attack, and hopefully they're dead. If not, well, I don't know. But Armityle is at a weak point right now, because it can be destroyed by card effects. But if we got Chaos Summoning Beast, that would have been a lot better. But in my opinion, Sacred Beasts are a go first OTK unlike a lot of machine decks that are go second OTK. So, for our final test hand, going second, you can't always go first, it's not how the game works, it's randomized. But going second, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That really bothers me. That's why I don't use paper playmats. But I just wanted to show off the playmat and yeah. Alright, so definitely a better going first hand because we got double Awakening of the Sacred Beasts. But opening up with Chaos Core, going second is not that good either. So in my opinion, this is a go first deck. But I'm going to start by setting one of the Awakenings. Dark Summoning Beast, effect. We're going to search, or Dark Summoning Beast, use the effect of Tribute. Tribute Dark Summoning Beast, and we're going to summon out. Let's go Haman, just in case we get Cerulean Skyfire. If we don't, Haman's just a 4K beat stick. 4K monster to get through. It's pretty much what they all are. Following up with the Fallen Paradise to draw 2. We got Opening with the Spirit Gates. Opening of the Spirit Gates. We're going to use that, and we're going to search Cerulean Skyfire. If you want to search anything else, by all means go ahead. You can even search out one of the Sacred Beasts, Banish Dark Summoning Beast. So go ahead and summon that. And go into Armatile, that works completely fine too. We're going to use Opening of the Spirit Gates, discarding Chaos Core, because Chaos Core is not a good card in our hand right now. Summon Dark Summoning Beast, Tribute Dark Summoning Beast, and we're going to go ahead and special summon Raviel, because we don't have any trap sets yet. Next, I'm going to set the second Awakening. Now, Awakening being at 2, I would only use it really for the life gain. But it is possible to be able to use it for in case one gets destroyed. But in my opinion, the first and second abilities kind of counteract each other a little bit in Awakening. I'm going to use both Awakenings during your opponent's draw phase or standby phase, but because a lot of monster effects bring out other monsters, and you wouldn't gain the life points off those other monsters that were summoned. So, alright. So assuming they couldn't do anything, they couldn't get through 4K, they're defensing. They're shielding up. Our turn. Draw. Hyperblaze isn't bad. We're going to go ahead and use Fallen Paradise to draw 2. Second Dimension Fusion Destruction. Let's go ahead and discard that to bring out Dark Summoning Beast. Tribute Dark Summoning Beast to special summon Uriah. This is when you also realize I put Uriah in attack position. That is very important. I'm going to go ahead and set Hyperblaze. At this point, you can use Dark Summoning Beast, add to your hand, prep for the fusion summon. Your opponent can't do anything, really, monster-wise. They get rid of a monster, can't use monster effects. If they get rid of a monster, then it gets banished. They can't do too much right now. But that is also a fine fact that you're almost ready for a fusion summon. I wouldn't fusion yet, because fusioning right now would be a problem because Awakening of the Sacred Beasts would no longer be active. It'd just be a dead card on your field. So, we're going to wait until we get more Dark Summoning Beasts, Dark Beckoning Beast. If you also, I was thinking about this, and Foolish Burial would be a good card to throw in here. Maybe Foolish Burial Goods if you got like 2 Spirit Gates already. Thin your deck a little bit. Also, Awakening the Spirit or Sacred Beasts effect that you're gonna the continuous spell to your hand isn't super effective. So, alright, you're gonna attack them, assuming that they don't die. Take our 3rd turn, or activate Hyper Blaze during their turn, during their battle phase. So now if they attack into Uriah, then they have at least a 4K to deal with, because it's on both players' fields and grave, not just my graveyard anymore. And that would be 1, 2, 3, plus I get to send one from my deck to the grave, so that'd be 4,000 attack monster plus whatever they had. If they're running something like a non-trap Blue Eyes or something, then I've rendered non-trap Blue Eyes. Ultimate Creature Destruction, it was before Ultimate Creature Destruction, but alright. So this being the look at the final turn, our hand is pretty much dead. We can't play anything. We can Fallen Paradise, draw 2, Hamon, Chupacabra. Chupacabra effect. Typically I would set Dimension Fusion Destruction, but go ahead and do the middle one. Here from the Dark Dimension. Chupacabra, defense position. Just go ahead and draw a card. Another Dimension Fusion Destruction. Do Opening of the Spirit Gates, getting rid of Dimension Fusion Destruction. Dark Summoning Beast, Tribute Dark Summoning Beast. Special summon our 2nd Raviel. Excuse me. I don't know why I think I'm allergic to YouTube, because lately every time I've been doing a video I've been sneezing. But, alright. Life is life, it happens. So, this is pretty nasty field to deal with. Unfortunately, couldn't activate Dimension Fusion Destruction. Banish Dark Summoning Beast to search Uriah. Now, you could always do things a little bit in reverse, which I will backtrack a little bit and show you. So, we drew... Alright, so doing the same thing, except instead of going for that play, still going to Chupacabra, we're going to go ahead and banish Dark Summoning Beast and add Uriah. Get rid of all 3 of these to summon Uriah. And then you can Dimension Fusion Destruction using the Hamon in your hand, 1 Uriah and 1 Raviel on your field. Go into Armatile. And then you can play Cerulean Skyfire if you want. But we're going to use Opening of the Spirit Gates. And then we're going to Chaos Core. Just for that extra protection. Now, at this point, Uriah having 4,000, I'm sorry. And then we have Hamon with a negate and Armatile. The Raviel would be somewhere in the deck. So with this, you could also do, and then if you had a way to bring out Raviel, you would bring it out. But you either go for the 5 or 4 Sacred Beasts, or the 3 Sacred Beasts and Armatile, but you lose 2 of your Awakenings and Hyper Blaze. I would rather go the first option, but both options work just as perfectly. So, that's pretty much it for this video. I will continue working on this deck if I can find Foolish Burial. I know I have a ton of them, but I always hate those cards that you just can't find. Could have always done Gustav after attacking too. And if your opponent's life points would have reached 2,000-ish. But thank you for watching. Hope to see you guys in another video. Peace out.